Hey everyone. So, let's talk about something we all think we know, multiplication. Right from the start, we're taught it makes things bigger. But what if it doesn't? What if there's a simple twist that completely flips the script? Let's get into it.
I mean, it's a weird question, isn't it? Multiplication is all about growth. 2 times 5 is 10, 100 times 10 is 1,000. But what if I told you there's a way to multiply a number and have it actually shrink? It sounds like it breaks the rules, but let's see how it works.
Okay, to figure this out, we're going to have to be detectives for a minute. We've got 3 case files pulled directly from our source material. Each one holds a clue. Our job? To find the hidden pattern and crack this thing wide open. So, our first case file is about a guy named Samuel who starts with 15 talents of gold. Pretty good for him. But this is where things get a little strange, because we're going to multiply that gold by a couple of different fractions.
And boom, here's our first big clue. If we multiply his 15 talents by 5/4, he gets more gold. That makes sense, right? But look what happens when we multiply by 3/4. His gold actually decreases. Same operation, 2 totally opposite results. Very weird. Let's see if this pops up in our next case. All right, on to case file number 2. This time it's Esther's feast, which lasted for 10 days. Let's run the same experiment and see if that weird pattern shows up again.
And there it is again. Multiplying the feast days by 7/6 makes it longer, but multiplying by 5/6 cuts it short. Okay, this can't be a coincidence. There's definitely a rule at play here. Let's check our last piece of evidence just to be sure. Here's our final case, Nehemiah's wall project, which took 8 weeks. This is the last data point we need before we solve this whole mystery. Yup, a perfect 3 for 3. Multiplying by 9/8 makes the project take longer. Multiplying by 2/3 makes it shorter. The evidence is totally consistent. So, what is the secret rule connecting all of this? So we've looked at all the evidence. The pattern is staring us right in the face. It's time to solve the mystery and lay out the simple, super powerful rule that's been hiding in plain sight. It's called the Rule of One. Before I just tell you, take a look. Have you figured it out yet? Think about those shrinking fractions. 3/4, 5/6, 2/3. What is the one thing they all have in common? The secret is actually incredibly simple. And here it is, the Rule of One. It's this simple. If you multiply by a fraction that's greater than 1, your number gets bigger. But if you multiply by a fraction that's less than 1, your number gets smaller. That's it. The number 1 is like a magic dividing line between growth and shrinkage. Just look at our evidence all sorted out here. It's crystal clear. Every single fraction on the left that caused an increase is greater than 1. And every single fraction on the right that caused a decrease is less than 1. The rule works every time. Okay, now that you know the secret, let's put that new intuition to the test. Our source material actually gave us a few problems to work through, so let's use them as a quick pop quiz and see how you do. All right, ready? First one, multiplying by 7/6 versus 5/6. Which one increases? Well, 7/6 is greater than 1, so that's the increase. Next, 5/4 versus 3/4. Easy. Increase, then decrease. Number 3, 6/5 versus 4/7. Same deal. Increase, then decrease. See the pattern? For the last two, it's the same thing. The first fraction is bigger than 1. The second is smaller. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. So it's pretty wild how multiplication can work in these two completely opposite ways, right? To wrap this up, our source material actually takes this idea, this surprising kind of multiplication, and connects it to something a little bigger. And here's that connection. This quote from Ephesians, which the source material brings up, talks about an increase that is immeasurably more than we can even ask for or imagine. It's a neat way to think about it, taking this mathematical principle of unexpected growth beyond just numbers. It's a pretty fitting end to a concept that defied our expectations from the start. And that kind of leaves us with this final thought. We just saw how one simple line, the number 1, can totally flip the outcome of a basic rule we thought we knew. It really makes you wonder, right? What other simple, almost invisible rules out there have these huge, counterintuitive effects on our world? It's something to think about. Thanks for joining me.